Great Wednesday, everyone. I know it's been a couple of Wednesdays since I have been able to go live, but I am here today and I miss you guys. It's been so busy. So busy. But I am here. Great Wednesday, yes. I am your host, Dr. Tara T. Stallings, and it is Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday is a segment of my Let's Talk Tara podcast, which airs every fourth Saturday of the month. Here on Wisdom Wednesday, I share nuggets of wisdom regarding every aspect of life that will educate, empower, inspire you to your next level of greatness. Join me here live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or wherever you're watching me from every Wednesday, noon Eastern Standard Time. So today, I was kind of pondering what I was going to share with you today. And I usually have my little script out or whatever. But I've been seeing a theme with people just in general. Doesn't matter how old they are, doesn't matter what background they come from. I've been seeing a theme with people that's keeping them from obtaining the things that they want in life, whether it's relationships, health, the career, spiritually, whatever it is. I've noticed that there is one aspect of life that trips people up because they overlook it. They think that, oh, I can overlook certain aspects of life and it'll be okay. And you're going to achieve the goals in life, the passions in life, the life and lifestyle that you want. But it's the little things that keeps tripping you up. And the little thing is accountability. So it's not the big things that trip you up, because you can see the large things in life. You can see those big things in life. Big things don't trip you up because you can see them. You move away from them. But it's those little things that trip you up. The word says it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. And it's the small things that keep tripping you up. And one small thing that I have noticed that's a thing, that's a core stumbling block for people, and that's being accountable. Having accountability. Doing what you say you're going to do. When you say you're going to do it. Keeping your word. Being accountable to yourself. So often I hear people say, oh, well, I am accountable. I'm a responsible and I am an accountable person. But then when I look at their behaviors, they're not accountable in any area of life. In their personal life, in their career, in their health, in their relationships, they're not accountable. And they look over the little things like, oh, it's okay. They make excuses for it. And those excuses, those little things affect the big picture, because you don't get a picture from big things. You get a big picture and results from small things building to create larger blocks, small pebbles to create large pebbles, small things to create big things. And it's the small things that keep tripping people up. Learn how to be accountable. I know before I've talked about the 4 agreements, and one of those things is, listen, be impeccable with your words. And that just means be accountable. If you say you're going to do something, just do it. You know, we used to hear that Nike commercial, just do it. That was accountability. Just do it. Stop making excuses why you cannot do something. Now, and I'm going to give you some great examples, because I hear these excuses for a lack of accountability from people, whether it's in my counseling practice, whether it's in one of my companies. I hear these excuses that people use as an excuse for not wanting to be accountable for their sales and to their responsibilities. Accountability is the small things that trip you up. If work starts at 8 o'clock and you get to work at 8 o'clock, you are late. You are late because work starts at 8. You can't get there at 8 and start at 8 because when you get there, you're clocking in. So you're late. You're not being accountable. You're not following directions and you're late and you're accountable. You cannot be somewhere, do something, and be there at the same time. Does not happen. You have to be at work before work starts to start on time. That's being accountable. If you tell someone, hey, I'm going to do A, B, and C, and you get in a conversation with someone else and it distracts you, it's not being accountable to say, oh, I forgot to do it because I was having a conversation. That's not being accountable. That's making an excuse for doing something that you told someone you were going to do and you did not do it. It's accountability. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Now, with all things being equal, we know that sometimes life happens and things happen when you just cannot do it. You know, whether it's a car accident or somebody gets sick or you have had a real emergency and it just happens. But being accountable says, I'm not just going to not do it. I'm going to either try to find someone to do it. I'm going to call that person and say, hey, I know I told you I was going to do X, Y, and Z, but I wasn't able to do it today. And you find if it was due that day, you see if they can find somebody else, or you make another time frame to get whatever you shared with them or promised them or told them that you were going to do, you get it done. Even if it's going to cause you to be uncomfortable and take up some time from somewhere else. Accountability. Accountability is the small things that trip you up. I know I'm a very busy person. So, and sometimes I can overbook myself. An excuse for overbooking is me not being accountable to my clients, to my engagements, to whatever it is. That's an excuse. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Because if I expect people to be accountable to me, I have to be accountable to them. If I expect life to do what I expect it to do in my favor, then I myself have to give it to get it. Let me share with you what I mean when I say you have to give something to get something. So often I see whether it's relationships, whether it's your health, and I can use myself. I like to use myself an example. I recently started back my health journey, trying to eat right, trying to exercise, because I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of hurting. So guess what? Me complaining about it is not going to change the situation. I had to learn. I had to say, hey, I have to be accountable to me. If I'm going to take charge of my health and I want my body to give me the results health-wise that I want, I have to give it, be accountable, give my body what it needs. So in turn, it will give me what I want. Meaning, I have to give my body healthy food. I have to give my body exercise, the proper exercise, so that it will in turn last long for me. I'll be free from sickness and disease. I won't ache. I won't have aches and pains. I have to be accountable to get up and say, okay, I'm going to eat right. I have to be accountable to myself so that I'm going to get up and push myself to exercise even when I don't feel like it. Because accountability is not about your feelings. It's about being impeccable with your words, and it starts with yourself, because you can't be accountable to anyone else if you don't first learn how to be accountable, impeccable with your words to yourself. Do what you say you're going to do, no matter the cost. And being impeccable, having accountability, it's going to cost you something. You're going to be, sometimes it's going to stretch you. It's going to make you have to go walk an extra mile. It's going to make you have to take the cart back when you don't want to take the cart back. It's going to make you have to do some things or ask you to do some things that you wouldn't necessarily want to do. But guess what? Learning how to be accountable, when you give accountability out, meaning whatever you give, you get back. Because most people, their problem is with their careers, with their family, with their finances, with their relationships, with their health, they're only getting what they gave out. And that usually they're getting something that's negative because they did not give something positive, which was accountability, based in rooted in accountability, doing what you say you're going to do. And that doesn't mean it's not. You cannot look at accountability based on somebody else's actions or someone else's behavior. You have to be accountable and do what's right for yourself. And it does not matter what anyone else says, what anyone else does. Accountability is first being accountable to yourself. We used to, when I grew up, my mom, I learned you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's accountability. If you want people to be friendly, you got to be friendly. If you want people to go out the way for you and treat you really nice and treat you love, you have to give that. You cannot, and you have to do it without an interior motive. Let me say that, because people do that, but they're doing it to get it, and you're going to get the wrong thing. You're doing it, you're trying to be a people pleaser. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, learning how to be accountable for yourself first, and then being impeccable with your words, doing what you say you're going to do. Giving it so that you can get it back in abundance. So today I challenge you. If your life and lifestyle is not conducive to what you really want, or the goals or the things, your dreams and your aspirations, I want you to reevaluate them today. Take a reevaluation. Are you being accountable to yourself in your health? Are you being accountable to yourself in your finances? Are you being accountable to yourself in your relationships? Are you being accountable to yourself in your spiritual walk? Because if you're not being accountable, you're not going to get you're going to get what you're giving. You're not going to get something except whatever you're giving out. That's all you're going to get. That's just a principle. That's what the word says. It's better to give than receive, because whatever you give out, you're going to receive it. And this is just a plug-in. If you forgive, then you get forgiven. If you are accountable, then guess what? Accountability will come back. The fruits of accountability will come back to you. This is Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday, and this is your Wisdom Wednesday weapon. I am Dr. Tara T. Stallings. Remember to join me every Wednesday, noon Eastern Standard Time, right here. If you haven't, go make sure you like and share and like. I have some great things coming up. I've been busy doing those things, and I'm excited to, at the last, couple of more months, to share with you what I've been doing. Until next Wednesday, have a great day.